Answer in brief, 2 marks. Blsllb Economics. Q. Answer the following in brief, 2 marks each. 1. Write 2 features of wealth definition of economics. Ans Two features of wealth definition of economics are that it focuses on the accumulation of material assets and treats all material goods as equally valuable. 2. Name any 2 acts made to remove economic inequalities in India. Ans Two acts made to remove economic inequalities in India are the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act and the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. 3. Write the difference between stock and supply. Unstock refers to the quantity of a product that is available at a specific point in time, while supply refers to the quantity of a product that producers are willing and able to sell at a given price. 4. What is social cost? Uns-Social cost refers to the total cost to society of a particular economic activity, including the cost of any negative externalities. 5. Write 2 features of labor. Ans Two features of labor are that it is a factor of production and that it involves the use of human effort to produce goods and services. 6. What is density of population? Ans density of population refers to the number of individuals living in a specific area, usually measured in terms of population per square kilometer. 7. Name any 2 poverty alleviation programs taken by Indian government. Ans Two poverty alleviation programs taken by the Indian government are the National Food Security Act and the Pradhan Mantri Dhan Yojana. 8. What is the difference between private sector and public sector? Ans private sector refers to businesses and industries that are owned and operated by private individuals or companies, while public sector refers to businesses and industries that are owned and operated by the government. 9. Write 2 causes of adverse effects of balance of payments. Ans Two causes of adverse effects of balance of payments are a large current account deficit and a decline in foreign investment. 10. Write 2 functions of SEBI. Ans Two functions of SEBI are to regulate the securities market and to protect the interests of investors. 11. Define microeconomics. Ans-Microeconomics is a branch of economics that studies the behavior of individuals and firms in making decisions about the allocation of scarce resources. 12. Give any 2 features of monopoly competition. Ans Two features of monopoly competition are that there is only one supplier of a product or service and that there are significant barriers to entry for other firms. 13. Define public sector. Ans public sector refers to businesses and industries that are owned and operated by the government. 14. What do you mean by relatively inelastic demand? Relatively inelastic demand refers to a situation in which a change in price has only a small effect on the quantity of a product demanded. 15. Define direct tax. Ans direct tax refers to a tax that is levied directly on an individual or business, such as income tax or corporate tax. 16. What is selling cost? Ans selling cost refers to the expenses incurred by a business to promote and sell its products or services. 17. Where is the headquarters of WTO? Ans the headquarters of WTO is located in Geneva, Switzerland. 18. Define positive economics. Ans positive economics is the branch of economics that focuses on describing and explaining economic behavior and the relationships between economic variables. 19. Give any 2 characteristics of capital. Ans 2 characteristics of capital are that it is a factor of production and that it is used to create goods and services. 20. What is meant by BOP? Ans BOP stands for balance of payments, which refers to the record of all economic transactions between a country and the rest of the world over a specific time period. 21. What is normative economics? Normative economics is a branch of economics that focuses on making value judgments and recommendations about economic policies and outcomes. 22. Define relatively elastic demand. Relatively elastic demand refers to a situation in which a change in price has a significant effect on the quantity of a product demanded. 23. What is meant by fixed cost? Fixed cost refers to the expenses incurred by a business that do not vary with changes in the level of production, such as rent or salaries. 24. Write to features of monopolistic competition. Two features of monopolistic competition are that there are many producers of similar but not identical products, and that each producer has some control over the price of their product. 25. What do you call the factors pricing for land and labor? The factors pricing for land and labor are known as rent and wages, respectively. 26. Give any two constraints in agriculture. Two constraints in agriculture are weather conditions and limited access to credit. 27. Mention any two causes for inequality of income. Two causes for inequality of income are differences in education and skills, and differences in access to resources and opportunities. 28. Define SSI. SSI stands for small-scale industries, which refers to businesses that are owned and operated by individuals or small groups of people and have a limited scale of operation. 29. What is meant by capital market? Capital market refers to the market where long-term financial instruments such as stocks and bonds are bought and sold. 30. Write two examples of indirect tax. Two examples of indirect tax are excise duty and value-added tax. What? 30. What is meant by average variable cost? Average variable cost, AVC, is a measure of the average cost of producing 1 unit of output in the short run, taking into account only the variable costs, i.e. costs that vary with the level of production such as labor, materials, and utilities. It is calculated by dividing the total variable costs by the quantity of output produced. 31. What are the major causes for high birth rate in India? Major causes for high birth rate in India are poverty, lack of education and awareness, and cultural and social norms. 32. Give two reasons for low agricultural productivity in India. Two reasons for low agricultural productivity in India are small land holdings and inadequate irrigation facilities. 33. Give two features of Indian money market. Two features of Indian money market are that it deals with short-term financial instruments such as treasury bills and commercial paper, and that it provides a platform for banks and other financial institutions to manage their short-term liquidity needs. 34. What is meant by disinvestment? Disinvestment refers to the sale of government-owned assets, such as shares in public sector companies, in order to raise funds and reduce the government's stake in these companies. 35. What is meant by supply? Supply refers to the amount of a product that producers are willing and able to sell at a given price. 36. Define explicit cost. Explicit cost refers to a cost that involves an actual outlay of money, such as the cost of raw materials or wages paid to employees. 37. Give two characteristics of land. Two characteristics of land are that it is a factor of production and that it is a finite resource. 38. What does public debt mean? Public debt refers to the total amount of money that a government owes to creditors, including individuals, businesses, and other governments. 39. Give two features of capital market. Two features of capital market are that it deals with long-term financial instruments such as stocks and bonds, and that it provides a platform for businesses and governments to raise funds for their long-term investment needs. 40. What do you mean by proportional tax? Unproportional tax refers to a tax system in which the tax rate is the same for all income levels, regardless of income. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Law_Janvi